Ooh, the news cycle is doing me well. Two Kanye West stories in a row. Oh my goodness, what are we going to talk about today? No, I'm just playing. Sorry, a little fruit fly in my face. You know, it's kind of crazy. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Never mind. Anyways, I am in rare form today, as you can tell. But I'm here to rant a little bit about 9-year-olds being provocative. Not any 9-year-old, though. Kanye West's daughter. Because why is she hanging out with Ice Spice? All right, so I'm coming in hot. Let's bag it up. Over the weekend, we had images come out of Ice Spice coming over to the Kardashian household, well, specifically Kim Kardashian's household, and, taking a few TikToks with Kim, taking a few TikToks with North and North's friends. And the next day or so, we're treated to North completely dressed like Ice Spice, even down to a Juicy Couture velour tracksuit, which is not necessarily the most provocative of clothing. I do understand that they make kids Juicy Couture tracksuits. When I was in elementary school, I'm pretty sure, if I can remember back, I definitely remember at least in middle school, girls were wearing Juicy Couture. So I'm going to set this all up I'm going to play devil's advocate on the front end of this so I can, really get to my point at the end of it. So yes, I understand. Juicy Couture makes clothing for children. It's not necessarily all provocative, even though I have mixed feelings about having the word juicy written across the butt of a 9-year-old, I get it. Fashion is strange sometimes. And it's not always sexual. So, cool. We'll let that rest where it may. Music, not always sexual. And behaviors of music artists who make sexual music are not always sexual. Once again, I'm just thinking of all the things that they're going to say about what I'm about to say, and I just want to get this out of the way beforehand so I can just go right into it. Yeah. And like I said, from the content that I observed, there was no truly inappropriate imagery that was put out. I will give them that. Now, Ice Spice makes music about being a side chick that gets wetter than the main woman and living a dangerous lifestyle, cheating on her man, and enjoying the thrill of that. And I'm just talking about lyrical content. Of course, there's also the aspect of how she displays herself, which a very attractive young woman, don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to disparage her or negatively talk about her image or her content. She does a good job at what she does for adults. So, even though I know that she has the ability to keep it PG around children, and even though I understand that, she's just a human at the end of the day, I don't agree with her being around 9-year-old little girls for absolutely no reason. And I also, of course, don't agree with allowing your 9-year-old daughter to emulate someone like Ice Spice. And when I say someone like Ice Spice, obviously I'm not saying a terrible person, a person who makes adult content. Her music is not pornography, but a lot more things are adult content than we necessarily label. A lot of hip hop. The hip hop I make is adult content. That's for sure. I do not want children listening to my music. And I don't want to make music like, oh, what if the kids listen to it? And that's why I specifically will say, I'm not going to say it's not an 18 plus music because I'm not, really laying it down like that. I think that it's for mature audiences is what I would say. Now, nothing X-rated, but definitely big R rated. And I think that Ice Spice fits into that category a lot. I think that we're getting into a time when we're a lot more lenient about what is getting considered more allowable for children to view. And I hate the excuse, because the excuse is always, well, they're going to be exposed to it anyways. That's true. There used to be a time where the truth of the world exposing your children to terrible things and taking their innocence from them was something that you attempted to mitigate as a parent, not be a catalyst, like not, speed up the process. Like, I don't understand that. They're like, well, the world's going to mess up my kids, so I might as well do it way before they get the chance to. Am I right? And that is where, as a mother, what was that? Like, it was so weird, the whole situation. Like, Ice Spice is dancing around and all these 9-year-olds, and she's doing her regular stuff, toned down, mind you, so I'll give her that. And she's not wearing anything she's not showing her little belly button like she likes to. And all the girls are just romping around her like, so I'm not saying that they're doing she wasn't teaching them thought moves or anything like that. But at the same time, one, it was very strange. She looked like, I don't really know why I'm here right now with the Kardashian family, but they paid me $10,000. So yeah, whatever. Ooh, bop, bop. But I say all that to say that it's like, it didn't make any sense. It was like she was there, Ice Spice was there giving Northwest Ice Spice lessons on how to be Ice Spice or something. I don't know. And I understand. She's the hot thing right now. So get her here, absorb some of the culture. Maybe your daughter is going to want to, she's destined to be an influencer. Like, she has no choice but to be an influencer because of who she is and everything like that. So I understand. She's developing herself. But with all of that being said, I still think that check me out now. I don't know if you guys don't remember being kids, but I remember being a kid. And I'll tell you what, the percentage of things that my parents knew that I was thinking, saying, and doing is a small percentage of what was actually happening. So when a parent is displaying this type of behavior frontally, meaning this is what my mom thinks is okay, the shadow of that, meaning the things that are going to be unseen, are going to be a lot deeper than that. What the girl is going to do when she's alone around her friends or the boys at her elementary school is going to be different than the way that she behaves when she's in the visual of her mother. Because they don't, we all know why we do that. We don't want our parents to fully know what we're doing, partially because it's embarrassing, partially so we can get it off, right? Okay. So when a girl is listening to this kind of music and behaving this way with her friends in front of her mom, you don't think that she's not saying all the bad words and doing all the bad dances and stuff like that when she's by herself? I know that I was. I know that I was. When I was a kid, bruh, what? Rap? Bro, I would go down into the basement. As soon as I went down to the basement, man, BET, MTV, watching the music videos, like 7 or 8 years old. Shake your ass. Well, watch yourself. Shake your ass. But I was like, couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to see that stuff. So I'm telling you right now, and I was actually a really, really, what the hell was that? Mild-mannered child. I was one of those kids who cared about what their parents thought and not getting in trouble in school and stuff like that when I was younger. Teenage me was a different story. But I'm saying all this to say that we're supposed to protect our children from these kind of things, adult content or whatever. And we have to stop letting everybody, something that is cool for adults is not necessarily cool for children. So just because it's cool, popular, hot, trending, there's no fear of missing out to not show your children some adult content. It's just crazy to me, bro. And I keep using the term adult content, and I know so many people are, going to be upset with that. It's just music, it's just da-da-da-da. That's just a young-ass girl herself and stuff like that. And none of that matters, man. Because at the end of the day, you're playing yourself if you're going to pretend like this is appropriate for children to be absorbing this content and this culture. And that is my final thought on the topic. I was slightly disturbed to see Northwest and Ice Spice chilling. not clutching my pearls or anything like that necessarily, but I was definitely looking like, yeah, what do we got going on over here?